While he might look like a Flash Gordon cosplayer, the Warden Slade brings the heat with a range of abilities that focus on damage over time effects with pools of lava and fire from above. Here is a breakdown of his abilities and tips on how to utilize this fiery combatant's moves in your team's favor. Slade's perk is Hot Streak, which allows him to gain a reduction in all of his cooldowns and an increase in his firepower whenever he's on a kill streak. For Slade's grenade passive power, Firebomb, using Slade's ability will let him hurl a glowing red grenade that'll explode and cover a decent sized area with a bubbling pool of hot magma, dealing damage to anyone who's standing in it. The pool itself lasts for about 10 seconds and can be a great way to defend generators against attackers or deal with anyone trying to disarm your explosives. In addition to the area of effects, hitting an enemy with the initial explosion will deal solid damage to them too. Slade's tactical power is Heatwave, which is similar to Firebomb as its main draw is its damage over time effect. But whereas the bomb's range was smaller and in an immediate surrounding circle, Heatwave is a far-reaching move that Slade summons in front of him and goes a decent way out ahead of him. The wave will progress up and down stairs and through walls, making this move great for dealing with those enemies that are barricaded up or hunkered down behind some walls, forcing them to move and into your sights. Firestorm is Slade's ultimate power, where he snaps his fingers and calls down a rain of fireballs, exploding on impact and creating smaller and shorter-lived lava pools to damage foes. The range on Firestorm is shorter than the Firebomb, but the wider area combined with the damage coming from above makes Firestorm a great opportunity to destroy buildings and surprise unsuspecting enemies from above. Now with Slade's moves out of the way, here are some general tips for playing the character. Slade is one of those characters you will want to have on the front lines thanks to abilities like Heatwave that can bypass cover, and Firestorm which is great for bringing down structures. But outside of his ultimate, his moves aren't great at taking down walls themselves, usually taking about 3 casts to do the job, and are instead best served dealing with the opposing team. That being said, most of his damage does come from damage over time effects, so you're going to want to make sure you're stocked with good armor and close range weapons to help keep yourself safe, since your opponents will have time to get in some shots before they burn down to ash. So those are some tips to get you started with Slade. So now all you have left to do is to get out there and start hurling some firebombs. For all things Highguard and magic shield breaking swords, stick with IGN.